It's very hard for an organisation to have a leader that kind of claims authenticity but is not.
I'm delighted to have Maria Nordstrom with me again. Welcome back, Maria.
Thank you, John.
Hey, in our last discussion, we used the word leadership a bit and we used the word authentic a bit. I'd like to have you talk a little bit about what you see as really authentic leadership. What does that mean?
All right, so as authentic, I mean, the word authentic describes it, really. As a leader, you need to be authentic, means that you need to be trustworthy, You need to be able to listen, you need to walk the talk, and you really need to be seen to be leading the organisation, really. Truly aligned to what you want the organisation to achieve. So that leader needs to also not be threatened by other people within the organisation, feel that they have really great group of people around them, and that those people as a group will achieve the outcome of the organisation. And an authentic leader will feel and sense that and work with that, really.
And what you're really saying is you need to be very authentic in yourself as a leader.
Absolutely.
If you're not...
Well, people will see right through you if you're not authentic, and they won't trust you. And there will be a lot of, we talked about an earlier discussion about culture versus, what the leadership team believes the culture is and what's happening on the floor. And I think the key is if you are not an authentic leader, you will have a much bigger gap between what you believe your culture is and to what's actually happening in amongst the troops. And I think that's very key.
Over the years, I've observed a lot of leaders that I'd say are not authentic. And they're the typical people, they might put a vision together and they put it up on the wall and they tell everybody their vision, and then their behaviour doesn't reflect the vision at all.
Exactly.
They go and do something different. So,
or not doing anything at all.
Or not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
And the same with any aspect of what they implement and how the changes they try and drive. It needs to come from within them. And they need to be so open and transparent and authentic.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's what you're saying.
So, absolutely, all those attributes go hand in hand for something to be truly authentic. And I think, you have to have that from within you. Unless you really show that, people are not going to see it and they're not going to believe it.
I can relate to that. I do, as you know, a lot of personal branding. And the one thing I sit down with people and really work hard on is making sure they understand their authentic self.
Yes.
And make sure they define that very well before they ever put a personal branding strategy together, because they need to project authenticity in themselves when they do their personal branding. Otherwise, people see right through it, as you say.
Absolutely. And then I try to think of what I've seen in my career, and I've come across people that truly believe that they're authentic and will describe themselves as authentic, but certainly have either a very big ego or something that drives their own agenda from within that, and they don't believe people see it, but people do.
Yeah.
And therefore becomes a challenge, along the way, because it's very hard for an organisation to have a leader that kind of claims authenticity but is not.
Yeah, the cynicism builds up in the organisation and people go back to their old behaviours and really ignore the leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So authenticity in the leadership is absolutely critical. And I think a key point you made there is not everybody's got it.
No.
And if you haven't got it, you're probably not going to survive in a leadership role.
Correct.
When we're trying to get the right leader in place, authenticity in that person is obviously a key criteria for any successful leader.
Absolutely correct.
Love your story, love your information. I think there'll be a lot of value for the leaders out there.
Thank you, John.